What is up, fellow benchwarmers? This is your daily fantasy quickie. What's up, guys? Welcome to Friday night edition of your quickie. I'm your host JJT with Komish Eric. What's up, Komish? First day. First day
back. First day back.
Nice games. There are lots of nice performances, and but before that, let's talk about some news and injury. Oh wait, I'm not sure if you heard Joseph, one of our avid followers, shared to me Dame Lillard's interview with Draymond. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't see that.
So Draymond asked Dame if what's the plan like this season, whether, well, he didn't say it straight up, he didn't ask straight up if he was going to play, but pretty much that's the line of questioning that was asked, and the response of Dame was that with the way things have gone so far, I think it's sort of like saying it doesn't really make much sense for him to play and come back. Basically, those were, I'm paraphrasing here, and not really the exact words of Dame, but if you listen to it, he pretty much said those words, like it doesn't seem like it makes sense for him to come back, given the moves they made, plus where they're at the moment. So,
and maybe also with the Nurkic injury, also that helps. That helps also in the sense of shutting him down. But he did say this already when he got injured, that he will come back if they are in contention, and we already know that they were never close to being in contention. So I personally don't see Lillard coming back this season. If you ask me, should I drop, I will tell you right now, if you don't have an IL spot and you don't have any way to put Lillard in an IL position, you have to drop him. That is what I will advise all of you.
Yeah, trust me, I am in a lot of leagues. If you drop him, no one's picking him up. I know. I've seen all the leagues that were in, he was dropped. He's still there. No one's, getting him, even trying to, picking him off the free agent pool, not even the waiver claim, but the free agent pool. So it's safe to do it now rather than later, right? I mean, at least you'll get a chance again if in case he just a change of direction, or the winds change a bit. At least you'll be able to get him still.
Just to round up things, we are recommending as a drop. I'm recommending Hayward as a drop also. Gordon Hayward. If again, these are all if you don't have an IL spot available. Yes, I'm okay with dropping Hayward. I'm okay with of course Richaun Holmes is also injured actually with a back issue, so it doesn't make sense holding Richaun Holmes. Now MPJ and Jamal Murray, you've been getting a lot of questions. I would rather stash those two than any of those players I mentioned a while ago. Paul George, I will wait the next 2 days. The MRI will come out. That will make it easy.
Yeah,
that will make it easy.
We might hear something tomorrow, right? This is it's already the 24th now in the US, so we might hear
just
something.
To summarize. Yeah. Just to summarize those players. Kawhi, I am not really confident in Kawhi coming back. So
AD.
No, I'm not stashing. Who?
AD
is a drop for me. AD is also a drop for me. Again, if you don't have an IL, this is all if you don't have an IL. If you have an IL, you drop AD or Lillard, that's on you. I mean, why would you do that? Right? So if you have so many injuries, yes, AD is a drop also. Chris Paul, of course, is a drop. So those players, easy drop.
Let's talk about some players who might not be dropped but are injured. Caris Levert is out for 1 to 2 weeks. This is concerning because we all know Caris Levert. I mean, this year alone, like how many injuries does did he have this year alone? And we're just pretty much, we're still not close to the end. But yeah, Levert out 1 to 2 weeks. Not sure if you're recommending a drop.
I'm not a stronghold on Levert. For one, he's not been playing well already in Cleveland. Yeah. And then the 1 to 2 weeks, I feel like something inside of me is telling me that's not gonna be accurate. It's a foot
Plus,
sprain.
Markkanen came back today.
Yeah, Markkanen came back. It's a foot sprain. Foot sprain is different from a sprained ankle. It's not an ankle sprain. A foot sprain is similar to CJ McCollum, what happened to CJ last year. Although CJ's foot sprain had a break. So that's different. That's why CJ was out for long. Maybe I think Levert would probably be closer to 3 weeks. I'm just guessing. I think the 1 to 2 weeks is optimistic.
I think at this point, if you have an IL slot,
not necessarily a drop.
If you have an IL slot, yeah, you can hold on to him. That's okay. But not a strong hold, I guess. If you drop him, you probably won't lose as much.
Yeah, someone asked. I will ask you this question. Someone asked me, who would you drop, Miles or Levert? Because he only has
Miles Turner
spot. Yes, Miles Turner or Caris Levert. Who would you rather wait?
Levert. I'll wait for Miles. Miles is what, a week or two away from coming back, right?
Well, I mean, if that Levert,
the upside is a lot. Upside is a lot better than Levert. Levert's coming off the bench. He didn't play well when he was in Cleveland. Plus, Cleveland's a deep team. Today they used Rondo and Goodwin, and they played well. There's really not much there. They still have Kevin Love. Markkanen came back. Garland didn't even play. So there's a lot going on against Levert there. At least Miles Turner, you're sure when he comes back, he'll be the starter, most likely. I mean, 100% sure he'll be the starter, right?
Yeah.
Darius Garland, I mentioned Darius Garland. Like we said yesterday, it looks like it's going to be a day-to-day thing.
Yes, but the worry is it's a lingering injury that might be there and then not there, not there.
I told you you should be worried.
Yeah, I'm worried, but I think he's still gonna play. I mean, he's gonna come back. Maybe, hopefully your prayer is that he won't miss games at the worst possible time for you. Like, you need him for
like next week when the playoffs start.
I mean, he might play the first 2 games of the week, and then the last 2 games he will miss. Maybe something like that. Hopefully,
maybe do a Steph.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't lead to that. Hopefully the back will heal well, but it seems like it's coming back when he plays. So let's see. Worrying.
Ja Morant is another player that had another scare to his fantasy managers.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I wasn't able to watch the game, but he came back. So at least there's that.
He landed awkwardly, and then his hip probably was a little hurting. He said it tightened up or something, and then he cramped up also. I'm gonna say it now. I think Ja Morant's gonna get injured at some point in time, and he's gonna miss games.
This is
I
You know what like scares me about Ja Morant? The way he plays.
Yes.
It reminds me of Derrick Rose.
Yes. I agree.
And well, we know what happened with Derrick Rose, right? So just take care of yourself, Ja.
I won't say I'm not saying he's gonna have a season ender or whatever injury. No, not like that. But I feel like the injury is bound to happen. An injury that may get him out for 1 or 2 weeks, something like that, bound to happen. Given so many injuries that are injuries he's been getting late.
Yeah. And like I said, the way he plays, he close to reckless. So yeah, well, he's fine now. So let's hope that it stays that way. We also saw the rotation of Portland without Nurkic the first time we saw it, and yeah, no one really impressed. No one really, well, they lost big time. So, and this is Portland, and this is a different Portland team now. I don't think we expect anyone there other than Simons and Josh Hart.
And if they're gonna be blown out like this, even Simons or Josh Hart are gonna take a hit. But among the centers, Eubank started, so maybe people added him. He just got, I don't know, 9 minutes. He got, I think, 10 or 11 first half. The first half was close. The second half was the blowout. Yeah. And then Trendan Watford played well early on and then disappeared. So it's looking like an annoying situation. Greg Smith also played. So pass.
I mean, there would be a lot more players there available in your paper wire worth adding than any of these guys from Portland. I would say. I mean, I've seen some Kennards there. I've seen some Thomas Bryant, although Thomas Bryant is not sure if he's gonna play tomorrow, but still could be a better option in the long run than any of these guys from Portland. So there are a lot of players available. We'll
and remember Portland schedule: 2 games week 19, 3 games week 20. So
you know
consider
what?
that as
even if they have 4 games, I'm pretty sure you won't be adding Drew Eubanks or Watford here. So even if they have 5 games, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be adding other players or stream other players who are. I mean, especially if it's a 14 team or a 12 team league.
yes.
Yeah. Even a 16 team, I don't think they're worth adding. Chris Paul's first game out. We've seen the rotation of, obviously there's no campaign yet. It was Cam Johnson who was inserted in the starting lineup. He played well. Aaron Holiday played well. So I guess those two would be the beneficiaries here. I don't know how far Aaron Holiday's value would go, but yeah.
I think Cam Johnson is the biggest winner. If he continues to start, I mean, before Chris Paul got injured, he was already a top 80 player. So the past few weeks, I'm sorry. So he's the biggest winner. Aaron Holiday, 14 team league, maybe. You could add him for the short term. So sort of like a Raul Neto kind of.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, so something like that.
Yeah, your last man in the roster still better than some of the guys that you've rostered there. So, and another like player from Phoenix playing well is Mikal Bridges. He's been playing really well over the past few weeks, even before the Chris Paul injury. So he might benefit as well with this. Of course, obviously, we've seen it today. Devin Booker would take a lot of those roles from that was left by Chris Paul, but Mikal Bridges has been playing really well. So those
Mikal actually is in my winners list today, my feel good list, because the past
3 weeks
months, actually, he's top 35 the past 2 weeks. He's been playing very well.
Yeah,
quietly.
Let's talk about some buy players, just in case you're looking for other players other than Trendon Watford or Drew Eubanks. I mean, forget about them. Just look into these players. Danilo Gallinari is a buy player without John Collins. We don't know how long John Collins would be out, but he was, I think, questionable today. So it seems like he was doubtful today. So it seems like he's not close to returning.
Yes, it seems like that. He wasn't participating in practice. According to their GM, he was just doing rehab or whatever he needs to do. So I think it might be some time. Gallinari is probably like Kevin Love. Points, threes, some rebounds. Not consistent, but good enough sometimes. That he's okay. He's an okay ad.
And he is a better per 36-minute guy than Kevin Love. So he doesn't need too many minutes to produce. Another player, Jared Vanderbilt, Are you guys dropping Jared Vanderbilt?
Yes, he actually has been dropped in 12. He's been bad. I mean, he's not been the usual Vanderbilt of before. He's been dropped in in my 12 team league. He has been dropped. But I just feel like it's hard to just drop someone like Vanderbilt with, specific skill category like rebounds and steals. So if he was dropped, I'll take a gamble. I'll take a chance.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I don't look at the points. Let's not just look at the points. I think come playoff time, those rebounds and steals could be more valuable than what they are now. Like we've always been saying, those stocks categories might come in handy when it comes to the playoffs. So yeah, Vanderbilt, an ad. Hamido Diallo is another guy you might want to consider if you need steals, points, scoring. He had 3 to 4 threes, I think, today. He's been playing well over 2 weeks now. 2 or 3 weeks.
Over 2 weeks. Yeah, he had but the minutes are not there. The minutes are kind of low still for him. But
given the minutes, he's been playing well even in limited minutes.
Yes, that's what he's been doing.
Yeah.
And Marvin Bagley, I'll add Marvin Bagley to the list. He's been playing very well. Not very well, playing well in the minutes that he's been given. So I would consider Bagley also. He's been getting more and more minutes compared to Olynyk.
Yeah, and just in case you're still holding on to Olynyk, drop him now.
Yeah.
He has been useless.
Sorry, but it's not gonna work for Olynyk this year.
It's not gonna be deja vu for Olynyk this year. We talked about it yesterday. One guy that has the potential to become an Olynyk might be Justice Winslow if he continues to start and get significant minutes. So look into that one more than Olynyk. Who else? Brandon Goodwin and Rajon Rondo. Without Garland, both played well. I think did Rondo had the triple-double? A double-double?
No. 12 points, 9 assists, I think. He didn't play well in the second half. I see with your DFS lineup that you went with Goodwin, so I guess you trust Goodwin more than Rondo. I go Rondo.
I trust Goodwin more. So I trust Goodwin more just because he's younger. He also played well early on. But I was surprised Rondo started, so I thought that he'll probably come off them. And I was also surprised he played really well. Who else? Bruce Brown has been playing well without the stars, and looks like he is the star in Brooklyn.
Well, you would drop Cam Thomas now because it's over. Kyrie's gonna come back. The next game is a road game, I think. Seth has been playing well, so Bruce Brown is the guy you add until KD and Ben Simmons come back. Bruce Brown, if he starts, he's been playing relatively well. So he given the steals, the usual Bruce Brown's skill stat set.
Yeah.
In other words.
Well, even if you don't drop Cam Thomas, eventually you will be dropping him because I think Durant is coming in maybe a week or two from now. They said he's close.
Situation that's annoying. The Durant situation. They said it's near and then no timeline, near, no timeline. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
Well, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that it's maybe at least a week or two.
Yes.
Hopefully
I think so.
A week or two. 2 weeks, that's just in time for our playoffs because that's week 20. So I might be able to squeeze in a win in our Champions League. So yeah, I'm hoping he comes back healthy. Who else? Jonathan Kuminga is another player.
Well, Gary Payton continues to start, but Kuminga has been getting minutes. Although it was a blowout today, he actually didn't play a lot of the garbage minutes. He was part of the rotation through and through. 27 minutes, and then he's getting scoring, he's getting some steals, and he's been a good rebounder as he's shown. So this is a 14-team and deeper league kind of an ad. Yeah. But if you're in 16-team league, there's no reason why you don't add Kuminga right now. And that might not last. it might not last given Steve Kerr's rotation. But as of now, he's a good ad.
And finally, Draymond is another
Yeah.
player who has been getting minutes because Lou Dort is out, although SGA came back. He still had 30 minutes. So, yeah, just go with the flow. Go while he's hot.
Yes, agree. That's what I'll do with Draymond. He's hot. This is OKC. He's gonna get minutes. Go with him. But if Dort comes back, then it's over.
Among all of these, I think in a 14-team league, mostly the players available are Gallinari, Kuminga. I'm not even sure he's available. I think Gallinari, Diallo, Rondo and Goodwin and Draymond those guys are pretty much available in a lot of 14-team leagues. Who's the best ad here among those? Let's exclude Vanderbilt because I don't think he's widely available in 14 teams. You like Diallo? I like Diallo. I mean,
the good
or
thing
Bruce
with
Brown.
Diallo
I like Bruce Brown. 14 teams.
No, the good thing with Diallo is he's not a replacement player kind of guy. There's no injured guy in Detroit really that will come back and get his minutes. So yeah, Diallo is a good player there. Marvin Bagley would probably be my top ad there. I put him in a footnote there, but he probably, because we've talked about him before. I just like the trajectory that the minutes is going with Bagley. So I like Bagley. I'm looking more of the team, not just the player, because Gallinari depends on Collins and the others depends on those players. So if I want something more long term, I would go with the Detroit players, Diallo and Bagley.
Plus, you'll have second thoughts about players like Gallinari. Even without Collins, you're not even sure he's gonna be given a lot of minutes, given that Atlanta is also deep. A very deep team. So at least Diallo, Bagley, their roles are set. You're sure about their roles. I mean, even Draymond, Lou Dort can come back, and there probably would be games wherein he doesn't really do much for you. And same thing with Kuminga, like we said. Worry players. Let's pick some here. Who's really worried? DeAndre Ayton, one of your picks yesterday in the DFS. But did not show up. He isn't really playing well since he came back from that injury.
Actually, he's been playing okay.
He's been okay, but not the Ayton that you would want, right?
Not top 20 or top 25 maybe, but I mean better. He's been actually getting doubles with blocks the past few games. I understated the importance of Chris Paul to DeAndre Ayton because I was thinking, okay, Paul is out. The rest of the Phoenix Suns will get usage bump, will get minutes, whatever bump and everything. But Ayton probably of all the Suns need Chris Paul the most. I mean, he gets a lot of his, open shots from Chris Paul. So I'm not saying he's going to be really bad like this. He's going to be okay, but he will probably need some adjustment period. He's a young player. He's got to get used to Devin Booker's point guard style, which I'm sure is not the same as Chris Paul's style. I mean, Booker will probably be shoot first, then pass. So Ayton will have to adjust.
Yeah, and we'll have to wait and see as well when Cam Payne comes back, because that might be closer to what Chris Paul does.
To CP3.
So we'll see. Anthony Edwards is another player who has been struggling. There's still time. Is he a buy low at this point?
Yeah, he's a buy low. He was 1 out of 11 today. 0 out of 8, I think, the last game or whatever. He's 3 out of something the past 3 games. If you still can trade players, I think you can go and try to get Anthony Edwards. I don't think the slump will be that long. Will be until week 21 or 22. He will bounce back. He will back. It's bad right now. Some managers are complaining about the field goal hit. Well, that's how it is.
What can you do? I mean, he is a scorer and he is the guy that's he's having a slump. So I mean, just like all scorers do.
I'll put someone here that we talked about before, Desmond Bain. Again, today had a bad game, and we talked about the fact that he has good games and then bad games more often nowadays. And then Dylan Brooks is coming back also. So he's also a little bit of a worry player for me. But he's also, if his manager is really, really worried, you might be able to get him for cheap. So he's a worry, but you could use that to your advantage with playoff time coming also.
Yeah.
You can get him for maybe cheaper.
Way cheaper. You should get him for way cheaper than, where he is. Like outside 100.
I would consider Josh Hart actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go do that. Hart's playoff schedule not really good, and then possible shutdown, and then blowouts, and all of those things. Yeah, I'll go Bain. I don't care if Brooks comes back or whatever. I'll take the hit with a slump or the bad shooting nights. I'll take the hit. I'll go with Bain in that situation. That might work.
Yeah,
True.
True. Let's talk about a few feel-good players. We talked about Mikal Bridges. Bogdan is starting to heat up. Well, he has started to heat up. This is not the first game he played well. He's had some really good games over the past few weeks now. I think 2 weeks or 3 weeks now. I think he missed a few games in that stretch, but I think 1 or 2. But yeah, really on fire at this point.
I guess very Bogdan, right? It's always been like that every year. That's good. When you play fantasy, just put down another tip. Just put down these notes because you'll forget this. I mean, I don't care how good your memory is. Sometimes you'll forget what happened this season, last season, previous season, which season is that or whatever. Take note of the tendencies of players, and Bogdan is one of those who really has a tendency that, in the second
half
of
the season, to start slow.
Yes. The diesel guy, Bogdan.
Yeah. Who else? One more. Clint Capela broke out of a slump. And maybe, without John Collins, this could be his time to, string up some really good games for Clint Capela. He's been disappointing, actually.
Yes, he's been disappointing. And another tendency that I would share with you guys, Capela is a player who's very streaky. When he's good, it's really, really great to own him. But there are times when he's really bad, which he has been the past times when he has come back. But one thing that's encouraging to me is the minutes. Today, he got 30 minutes. So that's good. As long as the minutes are going up, I like the possibility of him breaking out eventually.
Yeah. And he doesn't, I don't think owners should worry about Okongwu at this point. As long as Capela is healthy, he should be a go. He should be getting those minutes. Okongwu, I think, is more of a stream these days. If you need blocks on your last playing day, right? You can add him. I've seen him being dropped in a lot of leagues already. Maybe he's a hold in 16, 18 team or even deeper leagues. I think 18 team he's worth a hold. But yeah, not a worry player anymore in terms of Capela's value. He's not a threat.
Yeah. Yes. Agree. Agree with that.
So yeah, there. That's our Friday night edition of today's Quickie. 2 more days. And then it's playoff frenzy. Week 19, there will be lots of playoffs.
Good luck.
There'll be lots of playoffs starting on week 19. We'll talk more about the playoffs, and we'll probably throw out a Q&A next week as we start the playoffs. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of managers who would want to ask their questions about certain moves, certain ads, and some playoff strategies. Of course, next week we'll talk about week 20 playoff schedule, week 20, 21, 22. As we did yesterday with week 19. So yeah, watch out for that. But all of these stuff in our Facebook group and our Facebook page, so you can get a heads up already on what we're talking about here. This is just more of a commentary. In case you don't have any time to read. much. All right. We'll see you guys again tomorrow and have a great weekend, guys. Bye.